does.
Hello everyone, and of course, welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Rúben Spice, and we are back at it again with the catch-up 148. A new era has started. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. I would like to say, and I'm feeling good. But we're not feeling good because Manchester United failed to impress on Rúben Amorim's first game in charge of Manchester United by collecting a point. A goal up 2 minutes early and then letting it all go. As you can see, the title says, new manager, same scrubs. You know what I mean? Because it's the new manager, but it's the same scrubs who showed exactly that they're not good enough. And of course, we will be discussing a match against Ipswich, Manchester United during 1-1, and Rúben Amorim himself and the things that he has to do. I've got the guys in the background. Make sure you guys subscribe to Red United TV as always. And of course, smash that like button and share across all social media platforms. Follow Red United TV on Instagram, which is Red United TV1. Follow Rúben Spice on Rúben_Spice on X as well, same as Instagram. And follow Red United TV on Twitter. Make sure you follow the rest of the guys before I introduce them as well. Become a member of Red United TV by clicking on the membership button and select the perk that suits you. And of course, don't forget the most important thing is to smash that like button as well, man. Get yourself involved in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts on today's game. Let me just introduce you guys to the peeps. Let me just switch it this way. Yes. Get that. Central. Big up to everyone that's tuning in. Jerome as well. And Munzi. Munzi, glad to have you back on the show as well. You know, it's lovely to see you. I know you got so much to talk about Manchester United. You know, so it's only right we have you have your overall thoughts first, and then we bring in Jerome and myself. So let's get cracking in. It is Manchester United 1. Ipswich 1, Manchester United 1. New manager, same scrubs as always. Nothing has changed. Munzi, you watched that match against Ipswich where Manchester United were a goal up within a minute. The fastest goal we've ever scored so long under the Rúben Amorim's era. We thought, whoa, a quick goal. Would this be the game where we see a new Manchester United? Sadly, no. We saw the same Manchester United that we've been seeing throughout this season and the season before that. Your overall thoughts of Manchester United playing against Ipswich drawing 1-1?
Well, I even woke up early on the day. I was that excited, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like new manager, new era. And then I just thought, there's something bugging me in my head. Just something, but oh yeah, it's the same players. Mm-hmm. I think we scored too quick. But yeah, great first goal. And I thought, here we go. And then all of a sudden, you're reminded that Casemiro and Eriksen are about as good and useful as two old people playing in midfield. Just not good enough. I've got two old blokes at bowls that can play better than them. Not good enough. And then you just think, it's like it's back to normal, same old stuff. Getting overrunning midfield, yeah, they deserve their goal, but pretty fluky, really, their goal deflection. Onana kept us in it. To be fair, I don't think I'd be saying that this year, but Onana kept us in it. And the positives, Ahmad was brilliant. He's got to play. He's got to play every week. Dallo, well, we'll go on and on about Dallo. It's not good enough. I just hope, the main thing, I just hope he doesn't change the system to suit the players, because that's what Ten Hag done. And now look where he is. He's down the job centre. So if he does that, then fair enough. But the players need to back their ideas up. Rashford, well, I remember being on here 3 seasons ago, absolutely slating Rashford. And
nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. No, nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. And let me get Jerome's overall thoughts on that game. I'm sure you watched the highlights, obviously. They've been letting you down playing on a Sunday, you know.
Yeah,
they know that you're busy on a Sunday. They know that you won't watch it.
I think they don't want me to suffer.
Yeah, they don't want you to suffer.
They don't want me to suffer. But no, in terms of the game, obviously we know that the manager was appointed over 2 weeks ago. So the excitement was brewing for 2 weeks, and the anticipation, everyone just like, yeah, we're gonna Man United at the back. We're gonna see Amorim ball 3-4-3 and all of that. So we're all gassed about what his starting lineup was gonna be. And I can't lie, I was kind of questioning that starting lineup, but I understood that he's only been there for a week, and he's only seen some of the players for 1 or 2 days. And obviously, there's been some players that were on international duty, so they weren't really going to be coming back fresh, and some were coming back late. So I could see why he did that starting lineup. But to the game itself, like Munzi said, we had a fast start, some great play on the right side from Ahmad. He created that goal, really. That goal was all him. Anyone could have tapped it in. But Rashford made a good run. Obviously, it was a good, well-worked team goal. Within 2 minutes we were a goal, we're thinking, right, is this what we're going to see under like fast starts coming out of the blocks, all guns blazing? And I was like, I was getting excited. I was like, right, we don't usually score this early. We usually slow and dead in the first half. But we got that early goal, and he thought, let's kick on now. Let's try to score a second goal to go in at halftime 2-0. And then obviously we just reverted back to type. Ipswich got back into the game. They started controlling it, creating chances. Onana was saving us. And in the end, it turned into an even game. And then Omari scored that good goal. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, man just whipped it in top bins. But obviously, it had a deflection of Mazraoui, and you're just thinking, you can't really blame Onana for that. I thought had a good game throughout that. So we came in at 1-1. And then you thought that at half is thinking, surely we could do better now. Surely the manager will make some change, because we saw the same names that weren't really performing or just disappearing games. So in all fairness, he did make the changes, necessary changes in the second half. Obviously, Rashford came off. He didn't do anything after the goal. And I think it's clear for all to see that he's not a number 9 and he's not the answer for us. So the manager's got some figuring out to do between now and the next transfer window. And then it was just a 50-50 game in the second half. And you're just thinking, in the end, we kind of got saved by Onana, because Ipswich had the better chances from what I saw in that second half. So all in all, I'm content with the point. I'd have loved to us to have won, because obviously it's Amorim's first game. He wanted to come off on a good start, and you was thinking we're going to get some sort of new manager bounce. But I don't think new manager bounces exist under this team, because under Ruud, we didn't really see a new manager. He just kind of just kept it simple and just did the same tactics of what ETX did, but just gave the players a little bit more freedom. And in this game, it was just the usual same Man United team. So I think overall, we know now that we can see that Amorim was putting some stuff in place. We could see that there was changes to the way that we were playing. So it's good to see that we finally got a manager that, even after one game, we can see that he's trying to implement something, because we didn't see that under ETH. Yeah. He just kind of just abandoned his principles. But at least with Amorim, he's telling us this is going to be his way or he can leave. So that's one positive that I can take from the game. One thing as well that I need to mention is that, Amorim's not a magician, so it doesn't matter who manages this team, it's still going to be the same. So we're going to have to use this as a bit of a grace period for Amorim to get to know the players and work out who his best team is and who needs to leave. And then hopefully next season we can start to kick on, because it's clear to see from after one game that we're not going to do much this season in the Premier League. It's going to be up and down. So hopefully we could do something in the Europa League. But in terms of the Premier League, it's just going to be these sort of results, because it's a tough league and the players clearly are trying to work out how to play this system, and not everyone's going to be able to do it at the level that the manager wants. So we're going to see these kind of performances.
Yeah, 100%, man. Let me give you my overall thoughts on that game. Of course, guys, make sure you watch the match reaction that I've uploaded yesterday. Manchester United started off brilliantly. First minute with a brilliant goal. And again, big up Ahmed. He was right, Jerome. He made that goal. He just needed someone to tap in. Even when Rashford went to tap it in, he kind of looked like he scruffed it a bit. They can say whatever they say, oh, great striker finish, but I saw he scruffed it. I'm not convinced when it comes to Marcus Rashford. Usual Marcus Rashford, he scores the goals and goes back to factory settings and plays normal, usual football, which is absolutely piss poor. But the team as well, you saw assist. Amrin said it. I don't know if you're gonna like it or you might like it, but you will see something. And he backed up what he said. We saw something. We saw a 3-4-3 formation. We saw players who are told to stay in position. We saw the formation stay in different phases of the game, whether it was attacking or defensive. It was a lot more compact in shape compared to when ETH was in charge. Yes, at times, midfielders of Ipswich kind of ran through our midfield. Because then again, you have to consider the fact that, my God, Casemiro and Christian Eriksen, Maury Hutchinson had fun against Casemiro, going through him in the middle like it was nothing. And you saw the times where Casemiro was struggling to catch up with him for pace, and Eriksen as well was struggling in midfield. Bear in mind that this is not the midfield pivot that we are expecting, because, of course, of international break here, which I have to remind certain people that had to tell me that, he's going to pick Rashford and Bruno. Yeah, because they came back. Rashford had 1 week off. Casemiro had 1 week off. Bruno came in just back in time to get 2 training sessions, while the others came back late. Yeah. So, of course, you will stick with the people that you worked with in the training sessions, because they know more than the others. So you expect those changes. You expected Rashford to start. But I don't expect Rashford to start in the next coming weeks. I expect changes to be made, because obviously proper strikers like Rajmis or Xerxes 9.5 will start understanding what he wants to do. I know I see Munzi's face go crazy when I said Xerxes. I think he's got the opinion of Xerxes. It's not good. But yes, as I was saying, Manchester United up but equalising, and it was unfortunate that it took a deflection off of Mazarari, who I thought had a good game as well, and Onana. Hats up to him. We'll talk about players in a minute. But other than that, it's good to see that the system being put in place. It's been so long since we've sat here and saw the first game of a manager and said, yeah, there's a system, I can see it. We haven't been able to see it. I was like, yeah, I can see it, but these scrubs are not good enough. That's how we saw it. It was like, yeah, I can see what Amrin is doing. But yeah, I hope he sees that these players are not good enough in certain positions. He will learn who to play as a right wing back. He will learn who to play as a left wing back. He will learn who to play in the 210s and up front that can carry out the instructions and have the principles and the characteristics to carry out that football that he wants. And I love his post-match conference, which I will bring up later on, as he spoke the truth. But there's a lot of improvement to be made, There is a lot of improvement to be made. Big up Ems as well, that said that he's feeling a little bit ill. But big up to everyone as well. Xerxes shit sees what he's calling him. Onana's been class, can't lie. I can't believe Onana has stepped up this season. But guys, let's talk players-wise. Ahmed Diallo, the assist, the performance, first time playing right wing back. Let's talk about him.
Yeah, I was hugely impressed with Ahmed. It seems that no matter where Ahmed plays, he'll always work hard for the team, put a shift in, and do his best. And I think he's better in the 10, to be honest. I think in that middle, he's got some good creativity and craft about him. But on the right, he shows some good pace and flair, and you can see that he always seems to make the right decisions. Like you can see that. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, I'll carry on. You can see yeah, you can see that Ahmed always seems to make the right decisions, because we compare him, for example, to Garnacho, who plays on the wings. Garnacho always seems to delay his pass and then gets tackled. Whereas with Ahmed, he knows the correct time to pass the ball. And I think that's one of the good attributes of Ahmed, that he's got good IQ and he's got good awareness on the field. And he's definitely up there as one of the best performers in this current United team at the moment. So, yeah, all in all, I'm impressed with him. And I think he's going to be a mainstay in Amorim's system, to be honest. But the jury's still out on a lot of our other wingers, to be honest.
Yeah. I think they might swap Ahmad and Garnacho around, but I'm just a bit worried that if Garnacho plays out there, then he don't get back enough. But then he's going to have to, as you say, like Ahmad probably would be better in that. But Ahmad just needs, they need to just follow Ahmad's steps, really, because he's the only one. Him and Mazuaku, I can never say his name right. But they only seem to they just want to play for United, and Dillit was fine. Evans, I heard that he picked Evans out, but I think it was more the fact that Evans can't play that really long ball that he wants. Onana's probably been player of the season this year.
Yeah, definitely. Onana's turned it around.
Some of the stuff, like that save when he was 1-on-1, I thought, how the hell has he saved that? It was a brilliant save, 1-on-1. But Rashford, as I said earlier, he's not. Yeah. If you sold him when he had that 30-goal game a season, you'd probably got more money, and you're probably going to get about $5 for him now, I reckon.
Yeah, it's true. I was just telling the guys that, as much as we want Rashford sold, nobody's going to buy him, because no one's willing to pay his huge wages, because he's not playing like a 325 grand a week player. So who's going to want to take that on? So unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be stuck with him. But I think the club just need to be bold and just be like, we didn't pay anything for him. He's come from the academy. And it's not like we spent 80 M's on him. Obviously, we're paying him a lot of money, but just cut our losses, make him an impact sub. And if he's not good as a sub, just keep putting him on the stands and get someone else that could perform, because we can't have passengers in this team. Because at the moment, Rashford is just a passenger at the moment. We can all see with our own eyes that he's not cut out for this number 9 role, and he even said himself that he doesn't even want to play the number 9 role. But it seems that that's the only position for him, because he's not a wing back. He's not going to be tracking back and stuff. So, and he's not really that good off the left anyway. So it's almost like, where do we fit him? It's almost like we're trying to shoehorn Rashford into this team, just for the fact that he's a Manchester born and bred, a part of the academy. But that kind of sentimentality is going to hold this team back, and I hope that Amorim speaks to the board about it, because we can't have the same mistakes. We saw Ipswich continue to play Rashford and Bruno, and look where he ended up. Mm-hmm. So hopefully the new structure, I've learned from that, and don't make that same mistake. That sentimentality in football gets you nowhere.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that you guys spoke about Rashford, Marcus, aka Rashford. Munzi, what's your thoughts on that, on the Rashford performance as well? And Ahmed, I think, did you get to speak about Ahmed?
Yeah, we spoke about Ahmed. I just said basically that because Jerome said that Ahmed's probably better in a 10. They might end up swapping Garnacho around with Ahmed. But the one problem with that is Garnacho going to get back and defend? That's the problem. But yeah, as you said about Rashford, I don't think you're going to get a $5 for him at the moment. It's not good enough at the moment, is he? Just something's not right there. I don't think it's just a play. Like I watch someone that tries to get autographs and he tries to get Rashford and he don't want to know. He don't want to go anywhere near the fans, and it's not a person that should love United, born and bred in Manchester. It shouldn't be like that. Something, if something's happened, I don't know what, but he thinks the world owes him something. No one owes you nothing. You just got to play football. You pay all that money, you got to play football, mate. Bruno didn't play well either. I didn't think. Not that great. I don't think he knew what he was doing, to be fair. But yeah, when I pulled the face for Zerzik, the bloke is a waste of money. He's a waste of time. He should be playing basketball, not football. He's 6'7" or whatever he is. Yeah, can't hold the ball up. What's the point of being 6'7" if you can't hold the ball up, mate? Don't get me started, Zerzik.
And the funny thing about that, he got brought on in that second half to go in the box, and the manager spoke about that as well. Yeah. You're supposed to be going in the box to get on the crosses. That's what happens when you put two strikers in there to apply pressure on the defense, man. 6'7", he's not getting himself stuck into headers. Back to
he doesn't want to header. He doesn't want to head the ball, does he?
No, don't really dare.
Why do we keep buying players that don't want to head the ball? Rashford doesn't want to head the ball. Xerxes doesn't want to. We ain't got no one that's good.
Haaland and Xerxes are frauds. They're both frauds.
Yeah,
they're 6 foot for nothing. It's meant to be strong in the air. Couldn't believe it. But back to Trashford, because I've had enough of him, man. Like, I've said it many times. And then you got people saying, he should be playing. I have fans who said that, Rashford would be perfect to play up front. I'm like, have you guys forgotten that Rashford is not striker? You forgot the performance that Rashford puts up when he plays up front, especially in big game. Get had up by Van Dijk and gets had up by Konate. Against Arsenal, Gabriel, and of course they're fine defenders. But any defense that's got two strong defenders, he's always getting halved up. He doesn't have the physical attributes to play up front. He can't header. That's another one. Yeah, he's back to goal. It's horrible, and you expect to be the link-up striker that links everything up. And that's when I was questioning fans that are you guys all right? You really want Marcus Rashford to play up front because of what? Pace. He doesn't even have this. Football intelligence to read the game well. So why would you play him up front? Like, why do you think that's a great idea? And you found out again, we've played Rashford up front several times when he has not even been scoring goals. And the same performance that you guys saw after he scored his goal, went back to factory settings, yeah, it just showed you. It's the same Rashford that we've been seeing throughout. I'm tired of him. You're right, Munzi. There's probably something that's going on with him in his head for the last 18 months because the guy's massively declined. He's been off decline. I'm one of the persons that said when Rashford first came out, I was a fanboy for like a couple of months. And then I realized that he's inconsistent. His decision making is terrible. And it continued to go on and on with different managers. Even I remember one time he had an opportunity. Jose Mourinho just looked on the floor, looked at what's his name and said, is this the Rashford that you guys are talking about, this 19-year-old wonder kid? He just looked extremely disappointed. He even looked at Zlatan and said, is this the guy? But again, now you look at Rashford now, and I just shadow of a player, 27 years old, not good enough for Manchester United football team. And we need to cut our losses at the end of the season and say, thank you very much. Thank you for all the years of service, and boot him out like the way we beat out Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay's done more, in my opinion, than Marcus Rashford. Because Rashford, he gave us 31 goals and then gave us 4 goals and then gave us 5 goals 7 season. Season before that, 7, 14, 21 under Oli. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. It's just not good enough for Mr. Manchester United. The Mike born and bred, the one that's supposed to carry us on the chest. He's not doing it, The guy who posted the picture with tears saying, this is what Manchester United mean to me. I don't see it. I do not see it. No. But it's what it is, man. Bruno Fernandes, as always, another poor game from him. The manager spoke about him saying that, he pulled him Bruno deep, yeah. But because of, he knows he likes to do long balls, but also criticized his short balls. No, did he? I just realized what I just said there.
Bruno doesn't know what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Like, as Monzi said, I think literally this new system is confused. It's bamboozled him because his first instinct is just to get the ball and pump it long, hit it long into space, let someone run onto it. But Amorim wants him to keep it simple, do the short passes, keep possession, keep control of the game, and that's not Bruno's game. So you could see he's almost like in two minds, like, should I do it, should I not? And until he gets used to it, we're going to probably see this inconsistency in Bruno's performances because he has to now play a different game that's not his natural game. Because previous managers have just allowed him to just come on the pitch and freestyle and do what he wants. Whereas now Amorim wants to play a specific system, which Bruno's not used to. So it's going to be interesting to see how Bruno gets on. If I'm going to be honest with you, I know you got fanboys keep saying, "Oh yeah, but Bruno and Rashford keep starting." They're missing the whole point of this whole thing. That those are the two players that are disrupting any sort of consistency in playing style in this team. And Amorim's got a big challenge on his hands to get those two players specifically who are meant to be our poster boys to fit into that way of playing. So I'm just praying that Amorim doesn't fall into the same trap as Oli and ETH, because if he does, then there's no patience in football anymore, and everyone's going to be Amorim out within 6 months if he doesn't clock on straight away.
People are saying he said after the game it's going to take a couple of years. No, mate, it's got to take end of this year. You've got this year because like this year's wrote off. Yeah, win whatever, and then next in the summer get your players in. And that's your year, not 2 years, 3 years.
It's not 2 years. Yeah, you're right.
We haven't got that time,
and he's only got 2.5 year contract anyway. So that shows you that the board expect him to just kind of just know what he needs to do and just bam, 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 be ruthless and get on with it. I think there's no. I did say there was a grace period, but I think that grace period is just this season. From next season onwards, no one's going to be like trying to make excuses because we've seen it. We've got a large sample size of what's happened under previous managers, and hopefully Ineos have taken that on board now. So that's why I was saying this honeymoon period and this feel-good factor and excitement, for me, that's done. After that one game yesterday, it's all done now. Things are getting serious now because we're getting fed up now of seeing the same shit performances. So, yeah, something's got to
be. They ain't even that good, are they?
You're not good. And like I said before, this match highlighted, I hope it highlights to Ruben, because Ruben said he's seen the players and on TV, but he wanted to see for himself. I hope he's got to see who the scrubs are and understanding that, yeah, these players really ain't that good. I thought it was just Erik ten Hag. I thought, let me get in there and see what I can do. Now you realize that these players are not good. I hope you can start working for me, you know. I hope you don't change your system. It's your way or the highway. Me, I like a person that says it's my way or the highway, because then I know they mean business, you know. And they need to know that he means business. And Ineos, that's their guy. It's their guy, the guy that they chose. So I hope Ineos, the owners, go downstairs in the training ground and say, you're either with him or you're out. Simple as. If you want to be here, you play for him. If you don't, we will sell you in January. You tell us what you want. And if they're serious about it, they'll be like, you know what, I need to buckle up. You know, that's what happened with AC Milan.
He needs to do it more than what, because Ten Hag come in. He got rid of Ronaldo, he got rid of some of the other players. You know what I mean? But he's got to carry on doing it, not just do it one season and the next season just go, oh, I can't be bothered now. I'm going to buy some 6'7" player that don't play that well. You know what I mean? He can't be doing that. You got to stick to it. I didn't realise Amorim's younger than me. He's not even 40 yet. Yeah, so you know what I mean?
39, yeah.
He's got to go in there, and they've got to give him the backing, as you said. He's Ineos' manager, so you know what I mean. He's got to go in there, give him the backing, and then if not, who can do it? Because I don't see anyone else doing it apart from him.
Yeah, because Ineos are under pressure as well. Because, like you said, that's their man. Ineos have allowed Omar, Dan Ashworth, and Jason Wilcox. They've given them the reins on the appointment, so they need to make sure that they work with Amorim to make sure they get this right. And if Amorim says this player's shit and he needs to leave, they need to back him.
Of course.
None of this Glazers shit we're saying, oh no, we're keeping him, we're not selling him. He sells us shirts. As soon as we have stuff like that, then we're not gonna succeed. See how Maresca came into Chelsea and said, "You man can leave. I don't care how much you earn." We need that sort of mentality now. That's why they're up there, third place or second or whatever, challenging for the top 4 in Premier League, because there is no room for sentiment.
Yeah, I believe Jerome, and I truly believe this is Ineos, and they will do exactly what they say in terms of telling the players it's Rúben Amorim's way or it's the highway, because we've actually brought our guy. This is not Erik ten Hag. This is our guy who we want to succeed because we told the fans we want to succeed. Omar Bereda's told us 2028. You know, although he would like to win it as earlier than 2028, you know, he's just giving us a realistic target. But we really and truly, we want to say next season. Let's be real.
Yeah, we need to be challenging next season.
Wants to be challenging next season. There's no jokes about it. So again, they'll be serious. That's why I want to hear articles and read articles about how Ineos has gone down since the training pitch and told players that you all have ultimatums, or it's this manager's way or the highway. We don't want to hear you go to this agent and then try and go and speak to someone else saying that, oh, the manager's not treating me well. We're all going to be singing off the same hymn sheet. If you go to Wilcox, he will tell you, oh, Amrin said this. Yeah, I know. He told me. Oh, yeah, you want to go against him? No, it's not happening. You know, it's either this way or that way. If you want to go to Omar Beretta will tell you the same thing. It's either this way or that way. You know, I heard you speaking to your agent. We as Ineos don't agree. You know, you can go speak to Kathy, the reception. She'll tell you the same thing. You know, if you're trying to just go in and out and try and find ways around to just stir trouble, it's not going to happen. It's the same message that I want from the top and the manager straight to the players, nothing more. In terms of players and man in the match for you guys before we move on to Rúben Amorim and the things he has to do to make this shit work. Man in the match for you, Jerome? And donkey of the match.
Yeah, I'm going to say Onana's definitely man of the match because someone else says him and I was like, right, Onana's actually saving us in this match. If it wasn't for him, we would probably lost the game. So it has to be him. Obviously, Ahmed played well when he was playing. But yeah, all I'm thinking about is those point blank saves that Onana made. That on another day, he would have probably conceded, we would have probably lost 3-1. So it's got to be him. Donkey of the match, I'll probably say Rashford because apart from that tapping, I didn't see anything from him really. To be fair, it wasn't. I don't want to just pick on Rashford because there was other poor performers as well, but he was just the one that stood out. The main poster boy playing the number 9. I expected more from him, especially because he hasn't been playing for England for a while now. He's had all 3 weeks in internationals, and I would expect him to be fresh and ready to go, but he just doesn't look like he's got it anymore. So
this is one thing I have to say, Jerome. You know, sorry to disrupt you. The fact that we have a player that's hardly been picked for England for years, and people want to back this and tell him, "Oh yeah, man, up front for Manchester United. Oh yeah, he's our guy. We should never go against him." The guy has not been picked for England for God knows how long, you know, and it's consistent as well. It's consistent. You'll have 6-7 months not being picked by England, and all of a sudden he has one little spell. He gets to the team, but he's on the bench. He's not starting.
You're right, you know, because even last week I was hearing a lot of people say, yeah, you're right. I remember what you said earlier in the show that, everyone said, put Rashford up at number 9, he'll play there. I was thinking, have you guys got memory loss or something? When does Rashford done well up front? And how many goals he scored in the last 2 years? And you're getting it, so you're thinking that Amorim's gonna wave the magic wand and he's all of a sudden gonna be like the best striker in the world or something at number 9. I just thought that people just like not thinking straight and just getting too excited about Amorim's appointment. He's not a magician. We saw that yesterday. He can't play the number 9 role. Like, and it doesn't even look like he's got that full pace anymore. Like, he's just massively declined. So I don't know why people are thinking that he's the answer for number 9. I'd rather put Højlund up there, even though I don't rate him. That's how bad it is. Like, at least Højlund will have some sort of presence up front. Like, it just looks like you just got a matchstick up front when you got Rashford up there. Like, nothing's happening. Like, literally. So, yeah, man. I just have to say him. Yeah, and the fact that he was smiling at the end, smiling like at the end, like we won the game. Like, we drew against Ipswich.
Well, he saw his mate, Mr. Grant, in it, and said, "Oh, let's catch up." Right, and walking right past him is Rúben Amorim with an angry face.
Exactly.
That's what I saw. Did you guys see that?
I saw that. Yeah. Did you see? That's the mentality of Rashford. We're trying to build a winning team here, and this guy's happy and excited that we got a draw away at Ipswich. He's just been promoted. Like, yeah, we got too many players that haven't got the mindset to challenge for like the major honours.
Exactly.
It's clear to see.
And Munzi, my friend, who was your man of the match and donkey of the match?
Yeah, my man of the match. I'll give it to Ahmad because I thought he played brilliant. I know Anana should really get it, but I'll go with Ahmad. He was brilliant. He was defensive and attacking. Young lads putting a shift in. That's the Rashford we want. Someone that would be like him. Puts a shift in for the badge. Not. And you say like, why is he smiling? He's getting that. He don't care about anything else. He's getting that. That's where he's come to. Like, he had a week off, and where did he go? Went to America. You should be on that training ground. Do you know what I mean? You're not good enough. And like you're saying, he's not played for England for a while. Three last England games, we had no United players in it. And can you argue that they deserve to be in it? No. Mainu might be, but he was injured. But even he don't. Even he probably wouldn't get it.
This is the standards that look how.
I mean, that's how bad. That's how bad it's got.
No Man United plays in England team. Manchester United used to make England.
It's true. Over half the teams to be Man United players in our heyday.
Yeah, sure, not getting it because never fit. Donkey in the match is Dalot. I'm sorry.
He's donkey in the match is Dalot.
Dalot is awful. People keep telling me, "Oh no, he can whip a ball in." I can whip a ball in. It don't mean I'm going to be playing for United. I can whip a ball in. That's all he's good at, whipping a ball in. I looked at some analysis this morning. He didn't know whether to go inside, outside. He's supposed to be playing wing back. He's going in the midfield. He don't, and then defensively, that bloke, if he ever puts his hand up to say sorry for a goal again, they need to shoot him. Because how many times, West Ham games, that's my fault. Oh, don't worry about it, mate. Just carry on. We're getting beat. We've got to go work the next day and get embarrassed because we're losing to West Ham or drawing to Ipswich. Don't you worry about it. No, you won't worry about it. You're on 30, 40 grand a week. Yeah, the bloke's been crap ever since we've got him. I don't know how the hell he's still there. Probably because no one else will play there. No one else. Well, we've got Mazaraku now, but of course we ain't got a left back that's ever fit, so he's always going to play. But I did also listen to Owen Hargreaves say that if Dalot and who else was it? Might be Evans or something like that. Dalot, probably Rashford or something like that. If they carry on playing like that, they won't be at the club in January. They'll be out, and that's what he's got to do. He's got. People will say, "Oh yeah, but you can't get rid of Rashford." Or no, you've got to put your foot down. We're not going to change. We're going to be in the same position next 2 years. We're going to end up like Liverpool, not winning the league for so long. Because that's the way it's going.
And Liverpool trying to get the title 20, trying to match us,
If Liverpool win the league this year, then basically you might as well call them the most successful English club.
Well, they are. They're about, I think, one trophy ahead of us. I think. I might be wrong.
But it will literally be cemented because it means that we don't have any. It's of the major honors, more trophies than them because they have 20 league titles and obviously they got 6 European Cups.
Yep,
19 and a half. They won't with no fans. It don't really count.
Yeah, there were no fans.
There was no fans for the empty stadium. Empty
celebrating in front of no fans, lifting the trophy of no fans. But yeah, my man in the match, I'm definitely going to go to Onana. He was sensational in that game, and Ahmad as well. I would like to give to him if I was to give it to people, but Onana most likely. Donkey of the match, I give it to the Three Stooges: Garnacho, Bruno, and Rashford. Those guys, they really stress me out watching them play on the pitch. It really hurts. Big up to those who are watching right now. So make sure you smash that like button, share across the social media platform as we venture into Amorim. Like I said before, new manager, same scrub, man. How do we fix this? How does Amorim fix this situation? What work does he have to do? What is the things he has to do to get this right is what I'm trying to say. Guys, does he need to change the system? No, I don't think so. Is it the personnel? Or does he have to realize that certain players need to be dropped? Or who should he start instead of these guys as well? Guys, let's talk. Ruben Amorim, how can he fix this?
I think
it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
I think I know they said because he's only had he picked that team because they're the ones he trained with. Fair enough. But now he's looked at him for Ericsson, Casemiro, Evans nowhere near the team. They're back up, and I think Evans knows that. Yeah. I'd have Dalot out, but who's gonna? To be fair, I know Martinez has just been ruled out for 3 weeks. So
what? Wait, whoa! When was this?
Yeah, I did get a notification earlier.
Today he's been ruled out for. It's been ruled out for 2 to 3 weeks. So you know what I mean? Like when he, Euro's about. So, but he's not fit yet. So you might see Evans there. But then the problem is with Evans, you might see Shaw there.
You might. I think he does. He wants a left-footed player to play on the left side.
Hopefully he'll be Shaw, and then Ahmad stays there.
Mm-hmm.
Rashford could sit on the bench if he wants. Do want to send him to America. I ain't bothered. But yeah, so you've got to change the whole lot, top lot. I know Højlund's got to be playing, but he can't put the ball in the net. So you can hold the ball up, but you can't put it in the net. And then, Bruno's always going to play. He's captain, but a guy's got to play as well. And hopefully, I think it's going to be the guy and Casemiro, but because Mainu's still injured. Well, he's not injured, but on his way back. But yeah, he's definitely got to change it. I did like that yesterday that he did change it at 50 minutes and not wait till 60 minutes. He did say that, and he took the right people off at the right time. So a guy come on and he changed. We were much better when he come on.
Mm-hmm.
But even when you go through who you can play, it's still dire, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If we have Euro playing, help us, but he's not even played a game yet. Mm-hmm. So with Martinez out for 2 to 3 weeks, it don't get much better, does it?
Exactly. Just when we was getting our defenders back, one just falls off, man. John, what about you? What do you think? What are the things that's required that Amorim to do to fix this whole mess?
Well, first of all, he's going to have to make some changes to his current personnel. Like Monzi said, there's a few players that need to be dropped. But I think with the Europa League, the few games that we've got left, because the quality of the opposition is quite low, no disrespect to this, I think we're playing some Norwegian team called Boulder that I've never heard of up until this season. No disrespect. He could use players that we haven't seen, and try them out and see if they can fit more in the system, because in those games, we should be able to just kill that game off at half time, and then in the second half, just try out some new things. And then obviously the Premier League, obviously, it's going to be a lot tougher, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But I think it's clear that we've got players like Eriksen that when we're controlling games, he's good. But when we're on the back foot and we're playing away from home with difficult conditions, Eriksen's not the guy to be in midfield. He's going to get overrun. So I agree that we need to have Casemiro and Agate in there. And then when Mainu comes back, then he could start in there as well. Yeah, Bruno's definitely going to be playing because he's the captain. But I think up front, Rashford has to be dropped. He's not gonna do anything like number 9. I think that's the main person really. I think the back we've got there's a couple of injuries, but we've kind of more or less got the back covered really. There's quite a few options there. When they come back from injury, the manager's got a lot to work with in defence. For me, it's just more midfield and up front. I'm not sure about Garnacho though, but he seems like he's going to be playing. I just got that sense that Amorim's going to be using him. But I can't be too harsh because this is not Amorim's team at the end of the day. He hasn't had a transfer window. This is totally ETH and Ollie's team. So we need to just give him the benefit of the doubt and let him see if he can make the best of this current squad. I just picked the workout between me. I was sending a group chat between now and January. He needs to work out what his best starting 11 is and then work from there. So with this group of players that he's got, work out who's best and then persevere with it until the summer. And then in the summer, then you make the appropriate changes and bring a few of your own players in, and hopefully we'll be a lot stronger next year. And we have a lot more players that can actually play his system comfortably, because at the moment, it's looking like it's going to be up and down this season. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But I still think the squad's capable of winning that Europa League, even with this current predicament, because the quality is... I reckon the quality in the Europa is a little bit lower than the Premier League, as overall, in terms of standard. And the only team that I think will be a proper threat will be Spurs, because Spurs, they're up and down as well, but if they're on it, they could just blow teams away. So, as long as we can get through to the next round without having to play that extra game, by finishing in the top 8, then it should obviously give the team more confidence in the Europa League. But yeah, the personnel, that's his main task, to get to know these players between now and the new year and work out who needs to be dropped. And if he continues with the scrubs that we all know, then I'm going to lose faith in this manager real quickly.
I can see him. I can see him using I forgot about the Europa League. I can see him using that as a right. I'm going to try these ones out, and then I think you definitely see Sunday the actual team is going to properly play all the time with the Europa League coming. So I did forget about that, but so hopefully Sunday we see the team that he can actually pick while they're fit.
Yeah. And then obviously he's had a whole week to work with them and see them on Thursday in the Europa League. I want to see a difference. I've given him 6 weeks to make a transformation of this team. Great managers can do that. I saw a difference in game one, but then again, we saw the same thing with Ragnick in game one, and then we thought we were seeing Gergen press football, but they just reverted back to default factory settings, and then
they took the piss out of Raf, to be honest, because they knew that he was interim and he won't be there long term. They just took the piss.
But let's just hope that they make changes, man. But guys, we have come to the end of the show. Big up to everyone that's tuning in. Before we even sign off, we're just gonna get a few final words from the guys. Before we leave, my final word is I'll give Amorim 6 weeks to turn this around, turn these scrubs into something that they've never seen before. I want them to be playing football that they've never seen before. But I'm gonna tell all Manchester United fans, we're gonna take it one game at a time. Relax yourself. Don't get too carried away. We're going to suffer, like the manager said. We will suffer. The manager told me that we will suffer. I'm like, at least you're being honest with me. We will suffer. There will be some hard times in the next couple of weeks, and then in the games, there will be some frustrating periods in the phases of the game in the 90 minutes. But hopefully, we shall overcome. We shall rise. But Jerome, final words?
Yeah, my final words is that I think we've been brought right down back to earth now after that first game, after the Amorim excitement. But I do believe in him, and I think as long as he sticks with his principles and we have a better standard of football overall, then I'll be happy going forward. Like right now, I'm not focused on winning Premier Leagues right now. Right now, we just need to start controlling games and imposing ourselves. And if we can do that, then the future's bright for the long term, because we can't just be scumbagging wins, 1-0s, 2-1s, and not playing well like we did on the Egypt. We need to actually go out there and dominate games. And if we can do that, then the natural success will come. So hopefully between now and the new year, he can work on that and getting us playing better football. And then we should have a good second half of the season if that happens.
And mostly, final words from you?
Yeah, final words. Just you can see something's changing. All right, they didn't play like you wanted them to play, but you just hope that he sticks with that playing like that. As I said, if he goes back to it, he's just going to fall in the trap where Erik ten Hag fell in the trap as well. He's got to be headstrong, and he's got to pick who he wants to play and what formation he wants to play. But you can see it second half. You could see it. All right, it's Ipswich. We should be wiping the floor with them, but hopefully, second half of the season we're going to title charge.
At least win 5 games. When's the last time we won 5 games in a row?
Just give us.
That's what I want to see. Give us 5 games in a row just to get us happy.
At least. But big up to everyone that's tuning in right now. We come to the end of the show. Make sure you subscribe. We're back next week, 8 p.m. to discuss the game against Everton. Of course, Manchester United played in the Europa League. Make sure you guys tune in 7:30 p.m. Thursday, Manchester United versus Gints, or whatever they call it, Border Gints, or whatever you want to call these teams. This is what happens when you're in the Europa League and the Conference League. You got teams that you can't even pronounce their bloody names, man. But here's what it is, man. Make sure you guys subscribe, share across all social media platforms, become a member, and as always, remember to keep it united and remember to keep it Red United. Till next time, God bless you. We will see you on Monday, 8 p.m. UK time. Take care.
We got people.
Peace.